Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I need to go. I know for a fact I've heard like the Do Over Brooklyn before.
Yeah, yeah. Bring out great.
Um, how many years have you been hosting Dilla Day in SF?
The first Dilla Day was in March of 2007,
Okay.
and I hosted, and that was also the Rough Draft release party. So I hosted that party, Shortcut DJ, and every Dilla Day since.
Nice.
So yeah, 13 years. Yeah.
Did you have a hand in building that event, or were
Yeah.
they just like, oh, we need to get Fran on this?
I mean, yeah, both. You know what I mean? The guys that do it, we're all friends. You know what I mean? So it's a collaborative thing. Whether who we're booking, who we're putting on, whatever the case is, it's just we would always, it would be the same guys doing it, every year at the same venue, and bringing out different talent. Whether just this last one, we had J Rock, and it's usually Shortcut is a resident, Mr. E is a resident, and then we'd kind of rotate guys, in and out, whether it's Platter and Halo out, he was up here, he's in LA now. But we've had almost every beat junkie up here. We've had House Shoes, Redmatic, Mr. Chalk. Yeah, I mean, Rich Medina. So we've had all those guys, part of it. And that's yeah, one of my favorite parties. Like we do about 1,000 people.
Wow.
All Dilla heads, and yeah, we just rock from 10 to 3, 10 to 4 sometimes. And yeah, we just play Dilla. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of Rich Medina, my favorite event of the year is always Donuts Are Forever, which is the Dilla tribute they do.
Yeah.
The shirt I'm wearing is from, I think, one of like the 12th or 13th one.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed Rich when he played that party, and he's just a dope dude.
Yeah. Yeah, just not even like him as a human being is super dope, and him as a DJ is a whole nother level dope. And you kind of, when you put that together, it's just like, this dude's pretty fucking amazing. You know what I mean? He's one of the smartest dudes I know, first of all. You know what I mean? Like, intellectually, he's one of the smartest dudes I know. He's been a great friend, like forever. I've known Rich since he had his long dreadlocks.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we go way back when, and up until now. And musically, his catalog is crazy. He can play, anything. But his Afrobeat to me is just, I just to die for. You know what I mean? And yeah, Rich is super. That's my guy right there. Love Rich.
And I've just become really into him as a dad. Like anytime he posts those videos with his son,
yeah,
I live for those.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Dilla Day SF is on my bucket list, so hoping to get out there for that.
Yeah.
So you've transitioned from being a live and direct party host to a virtual MC. If you want to call it that, how are you able to maintain your energy level and keep attendees feeling connected from home?
You know what it is? For me, it's always going to be the music that keeps me interested. Once the music starts to shift in something I don't like, obviously, then you can notice sometimes my participation would kind of just I'd kind of get quiet, or or whatnot. That's just an easy way to gauge me. But a lot of times too, if it's like during the day, I'm usually working on other stuff and whatnot, because there's a lot of great streams during the day too. But at night, for me, it's like, okay, that's when I obviously come alive. And the streams I do are with Shortcut, and me and Shortcut are peanut butter and jelly when it comes to this shit. So yeah, I know what he plays, and he knows, it's not to say he knows what I like, but you know what I mean? We know, what's going to happen. But for me, it's really also, it's the engagement, with the chat room.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's important for us, for me, because it allows me to gauge, okay, are they having fun? Do they like it? And that's the same way I treated a live event. That's what I felt my purpose was to be the middleman between the crowd and the DJ. Not necessarily taking requests or anything like that, but I do some fucking goofy ass shit, just dumb ass shit, just to let everybody know, yo, it's cool to have fun. You don't have to be Mr. Cool Guy and and not dance or whatever. And because I hate people that just to come out and feel that like, oh, it was cool when when everybody else is in the place is having having fun. And I just always wanted to be that guy that, yo, it's all good, go out there. You may not be the, best dancer or whatever the case is. Go out there and have fun. I mean, you came out tonight, you know what I mean? Have a great fucking time. And that was me, like, in a nightclub, buying, whether it's me, buying rounds for people that I didn't even know or whatnot, dancing and with people that I didn't know, just so they can have fun, you know what I mean? And that was me then, and that's basically me now, in the idiot in the chat room kind of thing. And it's like, it's cool. Like, come in here and talk and conversate, make a friend. It's cool. It's all good. We're all at home. You know what I mean? It's all good. Hang out. So, yeah.
What can you tell us about the Chat Mafia?
Oh man, those guys are awesome. The Chat Mafia is basically, yeah, it's a group of people that that just really just started watching our stream, and then they kept coming back, and just started really like opening up in the sense of communication, like telling us what they liked, what they enjoyed, hey, sharing their stories and whatnot, and that kind of spread like wildfire throughout the room, and everybody then then it became a community. And it didn't really take long. I mean, they keep our stream alive, you know what I mean? These guys support us, me and Shortcut, we at one point we were doing six nights a week for almost 2 months, and then we just really recently just cut that down to 5. But I mean, these guys are with us like religiously, like like a cult. Like every stream we're on from start to finish. We usually start at 8 o'clock. Shortcut will play a minimum of 2 hours, but Shortcuts played 5 hours in one night, and these guys would stay on from beginning to end. And we give them all the credit in the world for our success, because if you don't have that support, you're not going to thrive. You're not going to make it. You know what I mean? So the music has to be there, and it has to be good, and which Shortcut does an amazing job of. But we got a great group of people that I can proudly call my friends. You know what I mean? Even though it was like, it's like, oh, it's kind of weird. This is on the internet, and like people I've never met. A lot of the people know me and Short from seeing us out or whatnot, or have gone to our parties, or they know of us because of Instagram or social media or whatnot, which is cool too. But the more time like we spend with them in the chat room, the more I get to know them, you know what I mean? And sometimes when short stream ends, we'd end up in another stream, and we'd kind of take over that chat room, and then that's why it kind of became, we kind of mob around, and this is not even by design. We just kind of follow each other to different chat rooms, and kind of just take the party to go here, and we'll go there and whatnot. But so yeah, it's that's who the Chat Mafia is. They're dope, and yeah, we love them a lot.
Yeah, no, I drop in because of the time difference. I'm usually going to sleep while you guys are doing that, so I'll usually drop in while I'm like trying to like wind down. It's almost always the same people.
Yeah. And then it grows, and then I'll see, like because during when I'm doing my work during the day, I see them in different streams too, and sometimes I'm not chatting, and they're they're throwing up the Chat Mafia emote to let them know, like, hey, we're we're here and whatnot, and just as a sense, they're really everybody's proud of that family, you know what I mean? So I think it's really dope.
Yeah, and I think music is definitely, if not everyone, like the one thing that everyone has kind of like held on to, and it's kind of helping them through dealing with quarantine and
oh god
coming with them.
You're telling me, because I'm doing my best with SIP. I don't go run around. I would love to go see my friends, but I don't, you know what I mean? I'm doing what everybody else has to do. I have family that's in healthcare, so I know what they go through when they have to deal with these cases. So I'm at home, and me being the fucking social butterfly that I am, I can't just sit here and do nothing, you know what I mean? And so that's why me and Short did the Twitch thing, just for us, whatever it was our creative outlet. It was us reaching out, back to our community, doing what we could to make things normal for them. So as much as it helped them out, it's easily helping, us out every single day. So, yep.
Yeah. So, do you have any thoughts on kind of like the precautions that industry peers need to take to rebuild a safe and lucrative party scene in SF?
There's safe and there's lucrative. There's two different things. You can build
Okay,
a safe.
or.
Yeah, because you can build a safe, and I think they're trying to do that. The lucrative is gonna be a problem because money is generated on the amount of people that you bring into a nightclub, right? Obviously, so that accounts for the door, that accounts for the bar, and whatnot. So if you're saying you have a venue at half capacity, how is that? And then having them dance 6 feet apart,
Right.
like I don't, I mean, I understand that part of being safe, but looking at it and coming from a nightlife perspective of as a patron, as a promoter, it's like we danced with each other. You know what I mean? Like whether it was in a crowd, whether it's in a nightclub or a festival, that was the point of going out, so you can socialize and be with other people, hugging, taking pictures, taking shots, doing. I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but I don't know how that's going to work. You know what I mean? People are socially awkward, when they, I've seen, those videos that'll pop up on your Instagram. Oh, these people in fucking Arizona are at a pool party and like just don't give a fuck. I'm like, and now what happened? Like now there's this spike in, whether it's Houston or Arizona or these bars, like, so, it exists, it's out there. So how do we, so making me dance 6 feet away from somebody it's just, that's not how, this works, unfortunately. You know what I mean? There's an energy that you get from being with people, and maybe it's going to be something that takes time to develop or mature or whatnot, but it's going to be something. And I unfortunately, I don't even know what it's, how it's going to work, because yeah, if you got any ideas of how it's going to work, please let me know. But I don't know because I don't know. I don't see nightlife coming back like nothing happened, because everything did happen. It happened, and people are suffering for it. And unfortunately, nightlife is not a necessity. It's a luxury. So you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I'm optimistic that it'll come back, just not. I think people are trying to rush it too much. I think it's going to take like the whole whatever people want to think, vaccine, herd immunity, anything like that. But it's going to take a good whatever year or so.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, how is the industry going to survive in the meantime? That's a whole other conversation. So
yeah, I don't know how that is gonna. How do you make people not dance with each other, or how do you keep people 6 feet away?
Right.
How can you twerk from 6 feet away? I don't know. It's I don't know. It doesn't. Someone figure it out. Let me know. I want to see it. You know what I mean? I want to hear some good news. I mean, I know a few friends that have done nightclubs, and that opened up in Vegas in the past few weeks, and then Houston as well. And they said, it was cool. Obviously not the same, but it was also super fucking awkward, just because people didn't know what to do or how to behave, how to act. What they could or couldn't do. So it's a huge learning curve. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think anyone would expect you to know. Or
yeah,
I would. If anyone says that they know, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for it to go back, because that was something special. Like when we do the do-over in San Francisco, this is a full-on a city block party. I mean,
nice.
And that's about 5,000 people on a block dancing together, and it's fucking amazing. And how do you
At least that's outside.
that's outside. Yeah, right, exactly. So it's a block party, it's outside, but then how do you try to even replicate something like that with these new procedures in place, where you have to be X amount of feet away and dancing with masks and whatnot? I don't know.
No, it's breaking my heart, because everybody I know knows like my happiest place is a live music event.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we shall see. Are you hosting any upcoming parties that you want to promote?
Oh yeah. Actually, this is actually interesting week. Friday night, we're streaming Senior Seasick, which is basically the most popular food truck in the Bay Area. and my friends Evan and Gil. That's their 10-year anniversary. So I grew up with these kids, yeah, in the scene, and then obviously they wanted to celebrate their 10-year anniversary. That actually falls on Friday. So they came up to, Evan came up to me and asked me, hey, can we do a stream for our 10-year anniversary? I'm like, yeah, of course we can. And so we're gonna do that. It's gonna be on our stream on Friday night, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, we're just gonna celebrate what we've been doing, as everything has been done just virtually. And hopefully from the response on Instagram, it looks like it's pretty good. There's gonna be a lot of raffles and whatnot. It's just a great thing, to celebrate with, them on their 10-year anniversary. So that's gonna be a good one. And then on Saturday, this is gonna be interesting for me because the Sade Badu party, we do it every year, and this event, we're gonna do it from a venue in San Francisco, but it's not a public event. So we're just gonna stream from the venue. It's myself, Mr. E, DJ Umami, and Kutso, and then produced by 15 Utah, which is my buddy Carrie, who does we do all the Dilla stuff and all the day parties and whatnot. So that's going to be a streamed event. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. A lot of people are interested, again, because the theme is Erica and Sade, and when we've done that, like for example in Los Angeles, that thing was a fucking shit show. You know what I mean? So yeah. That was like 700 basically women. There was ladies' night. Women from 21 to 50 would just come out in mobs and just sing and dance to Erica and Sade and all night. And yeah, we're gonna see how that's gonna translate into a stream. You know what I mean? Hopefully we have that same or closely that same energy on a stream and whatnot, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, those are the two big ones for now, and it happens to fall back to back Friday and Saturday night.
I think it can be successful because there's that whole thing where it's like dance like no one's watching, and if you're doing it from your home, they're not. Just using D Nice as an example, like people in the chat are always like, "Oh, I'm sweating because I'm dancing so much." So.
Oh yeah. Oh, I dance at home all the time.
Yeah.
And which is funny that you bring that up. The dance at home, like Rich does it where he zoom in, right? He'd have a Zoom conference call and people will, Zoom in the chat room, which is dope. And yeah, we're gonna do that for Friday night. Zoom thing is I have a love-hate relationship with the Zoom thing. So we'll bring in the Zoom conference usually on a Friday and Saturday night because that's when we play all the hard, it's Friday and Saturday, so we're gonna go hard on the music, super party vibes, and then we'll put the link out there. Sometimes when you put the link out there, you get people in just kind of, here's my thing, like, okay, you guys are joining our Zoom chat or conference. There's no lurking, and you have to have your camera on. So you can't go in there and turn your camera off and just sit and watch other people.
And watch, yeah.
Yeah, that's so fucking creepy.
Creepy, yeah.
Yeah, I like the minute somebody turns off their camera that like I don't know and it's safe like for maybe a minute or two, I'd kick them out just because I think it's just weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, right. So it's super, super awkward, and sometimes like people will be in there and just kind of just staring. It's like, so that's kind of like, because I moderate that room too, right? So I'm in there and
you gotta keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah, and just make sure like being the host in that room, and then and whatnot, and just sometimes people are just kind of sitting there and just kind of like the whole fish tank thing, like aquarium, just kind of looking at you and just like, oh God, can I just turn my camera off and you can look at somebody else or something like that? And then it's just one of those challenges because not everybody's dancing around. I mean, that doesn't happen like like too often. But here's the other crazy thing: when we do it on the weekend, we'll do shot o'clock, right? So that's our new thing. Come join us in the chat room so we can do a toast. Me being the fearless leader of the chat room, I basically have to toast every single time somebody comes in or someone puts up their glass. You know how hard it is, Laura? You know fucking how many times I've died on a Friday and Saturday night?
I don't know, but I've heard you talk about it the following day where you're like, I'm hurting.
Oh my God. And I'm not even playing. I'll take, I'm with it. I was like, okay, this is part of the deal.
Huh?
And I just, yeah, I don't
You
say
could
no.
play the whole bartender thing where you pretend to do it, but yeah, I know you.
No, if I'm drinking, no, that's the thing. Everybody knows. If I'm drinking, I'm drinking. So you can't have me on the night like, oh, I'm just gonna have a glass of whiskey, you know, neat tonight and just enjoy the vibes. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. It's either like zero gear or fifth gear.
Yeah.
I don't know how to drink responsibly, unfortunately, at this age. Don't frown don't frown on me. I mean, it's just that guy in me. You know what I mean?
Well, no one should judge you, so.
Give me a drink at a club, I'll pretty much automatically shoot it if it's in a, you know what I mean. It's not even a shot glass. I'll just It's just kind of second nature, and that's how everything goes. I mean, the only drink I can probably drink like a normal human being is red wine, but it's not fun.
No.
I get sleepy off wine. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Such a grown-up drink.
It is. It's cool. I like it. It's something I've just recently, got into. Like, within the past, I would say a few years, red wine, and I enjoy it. It has to be refrigerated, though. I know. Don't get mad, because I can't drink room temperature drinks. But yeah, I usually drink like red wine on Saturdays, or excuse me, on the Sunday on the slow jam, kind of easy night. But then I'd get really lethargic and like boring. I need to be on like Busta Rhymes, not Leanne Rhymes level. It's just like, and that's why I don't smoke. That's why I cannot smoke. People ask me that all the time. Yo, Fran, what's up? You smoke? No, because I'm the stereotypical.
That makes perfect sense.
The get high guy that just sits in the corner, like, tripping out, like, oh shit, the fucking cops are knocking at the door when there's no one there.
You haven't smoked good shit then.
Oh,
because I used to be that way too.
Oh,
no, I know. I've smoked the San Francisco shit, but there's San Francisco stuff that makes me want to like walk up all those fucking hills.
Oh yeah, there's some I mean, I'll smoke when I don't have a choice. Like I've been in green rooms with Cypress Hill,
right?
And I don't smoke. That's like smoking with Jesus. You know what I mean? These are full-time dudes that smoke for a living every single day, and I'm in there like ready to pass out just because I'm sitting there eating a burrito, and everybody's smoking. I'm just getting all the secondhand smoke, and just like, that's just not me. I'm not a weed guy, but. I'm always down, but I guess there's a time and place for it.
I get it. Just to go back to Friday, I feel like, and I didn't even think about this before, I feel like food trucks are like the restaurants of the future with this quarantine shit, because people can just pick up their stuff and go, or like go and sit socially distanced, responsible apart.
Mm-hmm. It's a great,
maybe your guys.
I think they're really popular out here in San Francisco.
Here too.
You know what I mean? So it's always a great thing. But yeah, I know. I think people are getting kind of restless too, and they're starting hitting the restaurants and whatnot. But I mean, whatever. I'm with the food truck.
What are you listening to these days? Do you have a pandemic playlist?
I listen to Twitch all day.
All right.
All day, just because there's so many dope DJs out there that you can listen to. Like, I mean, pretty much every hour of the day, whether you're listening, to Questlove, with the Roots, Rich Medina, DJ Spinner did 8 hours of Prince, 2 weeks ago, right? I can listen to Craze, do a drum and bass jungle set. I can listen to, Z-Trip, do Z-Trip's super mashup of, crazy everything with his visuals. I can, Four Color Zach, and whatever fucking Zach does is crazy, and it's amazing. You know what I mean? So there's always something to listen to. So I rarely listen to playlists anymore. I don't, because every day someone has a stream, and I'll rock with that playlist for at least a couple hours.
Nice.
But yeah, if I do have my own downtime and I really don't want to be on Twitch and whatnot, I listen to a lot of R&B.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put you as an R&B guy. It's so relaxed.
I listen to a lot of slow jams, Laura, a lot.
I mean, I should have known that from the other night when Shortcut was playing all those really good ones.
Yeah, like 80s, like 80s and 90s R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
So we've got about 5 minutes left. Is there anything else that you want to add or promote?
Just I had a lot of fun.
Me
Thanks
too.
for having me.
I'm not surprised. I knew I would. I had to rub my eyes so much because you had me crying.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine.
No, that's fine. No, it's great. I mean, as for me, I just hope everybody out there is doing their part to stay safe. taking care of themselves, their families, their loved ones, through this, because we're all going through it. It sucks. I mean, if we can provide any kind of relief, I mean, that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? It doesn't only just work for you. It works for us because, we'd go crazy if we couldn't do what we did.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's those days that, like, you want to go out and just talk to somebody and hang out, but, you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
So we just all congregate on the internet like it was a AOL chat room back in, what is it, the early 90s? And that's what
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
why when you were saying about like people saying like, oh, you can't be friends with people you meet online, and I'm like, some of my best friends are people that I met chatting in those AOL fucking chat rooms years ago.
Yeah. But no, and that's 100% with you on that. But there's also crazy people that I'll be like, I've been in the grocery store and people would just yell at me, and hey, that was a great stream last night, and I just like look over like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, that happens kind of often.
But that they would have had to Google you just to be like, oh, what does this dude look like?
Yeah, it's a loud, obnoxious guy with lots of hair, and yeah, he's.
I'm gonna say your hair looks so short because it's under your hat.
I almost wore a do-rag today, but I didn't, which I just because my hair. It's crazy when it comes out of the side and it starts fucking touching your ears. That shit drives me crazy because it's never happened before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like spiders and shit.
Oh no!
I'd freak out. So I gotta take that. I gotta.
Yeah. I had to shave my husband and my son's hair because it was getting out of hand.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, I think I'm breaking the rules tomorrow. My barber is setting his stuff up, and he wants me to come test.
How are the rules there? A friend of mine told me that they've loosened them a bit, but it's still kind of like a.
I mean, it's loose. I mean, I guess you know what? I just see a lot of fucking people out in the street with no masks and shit, and that shit drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Like they think the shit's over with, it's gone, and everything is cool. Like.
And they're the reason it's gonna perpetuate longer.
Yeah. I don't know. It freaks me out. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how tight everything is anymore. Again, just because I do my part and stay in the house and just not be out there. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I'm definitely noticing a lot more traffic on the streets. Like it's almost kind of like back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll let you know what happens when I fucking get my haircut tomorrow.
Easy to do.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Fran. I had a
awesome.
great
Thanks
time.
for having me.
And I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.